We picked those bad boys out of the garden. Pretty proud of that. Onion, then a couple cloves of garlic, and that's pretty much it. So we're making a quick tomato sauce with the Roma tomatoes that I pulled from my garden. I pulled like 5 pounds of them this weekend, which is crazy. I'm using about 2 pounds for this video. So I'm just, oh, don't cut your thumb off. I'm dicing not dicing, I'm quartering these tomatoes. I'm gonna dice an onion as well. Someone told me in the last video that I shouldn't be composting onions and garlic, which was news to me. And if someone knows why that is, could you let me know, please? Thank you. And there's my beautiful fiance eating the pork from the other night. Quick knife safety tip, that's called the claw right there. So if you put your middle finger, if you put your knuckle right there against the edge of the blade, it's gonna be really hard to cut yourself. So I didn't do it earlier and you saw I almost cut my thumb. And that's definitely one thing I like about this knife. It's so wide, it doubles as a scraper once I chop everything up. I love that. A couple cloves of garlic. We're just gonna take the nubs off here and crack those open. And I'm pretty sure, I think there was like a big gross spot on, yep, there it is. So we don't have to freak out or throw it away. You can just, if it's not too big, you can just cut that gross part off or throw it away. Doesn't matter to me, but try not to waste. All right, so I've got my pan heated pretty hot. I'm gonna put, since I'm making a sauce with a couple pounds of tomatoes, I put in like a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of olive oil because I want that sauce to be silky and kind of rich. Now we're gonna throw our onions and garlic in there. That's the sound you definitely wanna hear. And then we're just gonna sweat those around, and you want those to get soft and kind of clear, so that'll take maybe 2-3 minutes. And don't forget to salt all the different steps. So you put some salt in the onions, you go ahead and put some salt in the tomatoes when you put those in. If you put all the salt in at the end, it's not gonna be layered and like deep. So when you go to a restaurant, they salt all the steps. If you, for any reason, like high blood pressure or whatever, anything like that, go ahead and skip the salt, but different strokes for different folks. And now you're just gonna toss those around and get all the tomatoes evenly coated, get all the salt and the oil, onions all mixed together, and then we're just gonna soften them. So here's where the compost. I got that comment before I made this video, or after I made this video, sorry. So yeah, if I'm not supposed to do that, then I guess I won't do that again. So it's been maybe 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna turn that down, cover it, and let that sit for another 10. You don't have to do this step, but it cuts down on the time. I like to smooth it out a little with the immersion blender. So I leave it somewhat chunky, but this helps speed the process up a lot because I was starving. And now the spices are kind of up to you. I always put a little oregano. I put a good amount of crushed red pepper in there, and I'm gonna end up putting some fresh basil in there. But you put what you like in, or don't put it in. It's still good even without this. And since we had it, I just wanted to pick a few basil leaves off of our little plant there and throw that in for the last few minutes. At some point I started some pasta water. I put some salt in that water and got it up to a boil. And then I'm gonna cook these protein pasta noodles for 9 minutes. And then we're gonna strain that out. Pro tip, put a little olive oil, salt, and pepper on your noodles. I think it goes a long way. But if you're trying to, again, high blood pressure, if you're trying to avoid salt, just don't do that. Tastes delicious. Yeah, it was delicious, and I wasn't trying to wait at all, so I figured I would just mix it up in the bowl. There's nothing wrong with this. You can mix it all together in the pot, or you can just mix a little serving in a bowl, put a few scoops of sauce on there. I throw a good amount of Parmesan cheese on there, and I just mix it up in the bowl, and it's good to go. You can add meat to this, you could add chicken, you could add beef, honestly. You can make a ton of it, and you can can it. The world's your oyster, man. So yeah, delicious. Hope that helped. Ooh.